Hey, what's up? DFS Rico coming at you with my picks and insight for this KBO 5-game slate on Wednesday, May 27th. All the weather's looking pretty solid on all the games, just looking at it at a first glance, at a quick glance. I do like what I'm seeing from some of these teams. But before I get started, if you can like, subscribe, comment, I really do appreciate it. Thank you for everyone for all the questions and all the comments. I do appreciate it. But for pitchers, let's get started. For pitchers, my favorite pitcher on the slate as of right now is Despaigne. He's the one I feel more confident on. A lot of these pitchers, I do not have any faith in them. They're just not that good. So I feel like it's going to be a huge gamble on these pitchers. You could just play the two most expensive guys. Jayhawk Lee and Despaigne. But me personally, I'm going to be playing Despaigne. He has a .96 whip, 2.25 ERA, and 8 Ks per 9 innings, and a good matchup where the key offense has really been a disappointing offense, honestly, this season. They've had some games, obviously, a lot of these teams will break out some games, but for the most part, they haven't been that good. So I do like Despaigne at 8.3K. And then the guy I'm going to be taking a gamble on is Ki Young Im versus the KT Wiz. I know the KT Wiz are a good offense, but like I mentioned, today's just going to be a day where I think Despaigne will be the highest pitcher owned because he's probably the one that has at least the safest floor, it looks like, because he's playing an offense that's not that good. He's actually looked pretty solid all season in every start. Has the most quality starts out of all these guys. As you can see, he has the most fantasy points per game. He's been playing pretty solid, and Ki Young Im is playing against KT Wiz. I know he doesn't have the best ERA. He has a 3.38 ERA. He's only 1-2. 14 Ks, but he does have a 1.06 whip, and he used to be a relief pitcher for the team, and he's been playing pretty solid in his starts. He played really good in his last start versus the Lottie Giants. He went for 25 fantasy points. He had 8 innings pitched, 4 Ks. I know the Wiz are a better offense, but I'm hoping he can at least just stay in the game for a decent amount, and if he plays really good, he has that upside with him as well. And then as far as stacks, I do like LG. I do like Doosan. And I do like both of these teams, Samsung and Lot. And then the NC Dinos are probably all my favorite stacks on the slate. Like I mentioned, a lot of these offenses could pop off today just because a lot of the pitchers aren't good. So you can possibly just play any offense, but I am going to be playing the offenses that have actually shown me huge upside. I do prefer them and the bigger stacks and then a smaller stack of the other teams. But let's get started. For first baseman, at 3.8K, still too cheap. I just don't get it. For Roberto Ramos. Oop, wrong guy. Roberto Ramos, 3.8K, averaging 11.8 fantasy points per game, .349 batting average. Leads the KBO in home runs, leads the team in RBIs, 7.67 slugging percentage. He's just been going nuts all season, and he's just way too underpriced. Way too underpriced. And then for another player I do like in a nice little small stack, a little base that I would like to include is 5.4K H Kim, Hyun-Soo Kim. I'm pretty good at these names, I think. .392 batting average. He's had 3 multi-hit games in a row, as you can see. He's only dropped a 0 in 1 out of his last 15 games. And as far as fantasy points, he's been playing really good. He's been getting a hit every time practically. So I do really like him. He is a little pricier. He doesn't have that home run upside. But if the guy that I'll mention next can get on base, I do see him having a good amount of success. And the next guy I'm going to mention is Chung-Woo Lee at 3.5K. .317 batting average. He is the leadoff hitter for LG. He's been playing pretty good. He doesn't have home run upside, but he leads the team in runs. And so if he is going to be getting on base, the guys behind him, Roberto Ramos bats 4th usually, and Kim bats 2nd usually. So if he can get on base, it's going to give that correlation between your guys, which I always mention. You want correlation between your guys. You don't really want to play a 1 guy and a 7 guy in a stack, unless you're playing the 1, 2, 3 and the 6 and 7 or something like that. It just kind of makes it difficult to have that correlation. So if you're having the leadoff guy, the 2nd guy up in line, and then the 4th guy, there's plenty of opportunities where all of them, where the 2 and the 4 guy can come up on base while the guy that batted first is on base or something. So it's all about correlation. It's all about RBIs and runs. So I do like those guys. And then for another stack that I do like, obviously I know I talk about him a lot, but it's Jose Fernandez. He's probably the best hitter in the league as far as getting on base. .480 batting average. Has huge upside and a great matchup with a pitcher that's allowing 1.69 walks and hits per innings pitched. He's practically guaranteeing a hit and a walk practically every inning. So, or either or, you know what I mean. But so I do like Jose Fernandez at second base as start of another stack as a key piece. I like him as a one-off. These guys I mentioned usually as a one-off. I don't mind him as a one-off. But if I am going to be starting a stack with that team, it's the guys I would be including for sure. And then, I didn't put in Lee. So let me put in Lee, 3.5K. And then for Samsung, a guy that I did like, they are pretty thin. But where is he at? Right here at 3.1K. Really cheap guy. Dong Yup Kim. He's been playing pretty good. .275 batting average. The Samsung guys' offense hasn't been like spectacular all season, but they've had games where they've won slates. I mean, look at this: 16 points 2 games ago, 31 points the game before that. I'm pretty sure that they were in the optimal lineup when they won. Playing against a really terrible pitcher. He leads the team in home runs and RBIs in a favorable matchup. Pitcher that allows a ton of contact. I think last I checked, he allows like 1.96 walks and hits per innings pitched. I think a lot of people won't play Samsung just because they don't have a ton of pieces, but I don't mind him as a one-off or as like a 3-man stack if I can find 2 other guys on the team that I do like, which I do like some other guys on the team. But that's about it. I do like LG the best. I think they're my favorite, and then I do like Doosan and Samsung and all the other teams I mentioned. I don't mind them as well as like a 3-man stack or some one-offs on those teams. But yeah, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully I can continue this content for you guys. Thank you.